What is up, guys? It's Calamity Hatcher coming at you with a brand new podcast, and we are back in the studio. Me and
that guy, Jessup,
my wonderful co-host. We're here to bring you lots of fiery conversations and hot topical nerdiness, as always.
Yep.
And there's been a fair bit going on in the world of nerddom. And we live to dissect it. But first, how was your week, G? Talk to me. How have things been?
It was alright. It's been a bit of a weird week, actually.
Sun, rain. It has that. We missed the podcast last week.
Yeah.
But podcasts may not come as frequently in the coming months because we've got a lot of stuff going on.
Yeah.
I'm moving house, so it's all going to be a bit mad. But we are going to keep trying to put them out, but it just might not be every week. We're up against it to some degree, and there are new projects in the works. This week is actually Mental Health Awareness Week.
I didn't know that.
So I have been working on some stuff. I'm working on a kind of visual musical thing that I'm going to show you guys, which is called Chaos and Control, which G actually came up with the name with before, which was, if you haven't guessed,
an offshoot of what
I wanted to do. So that's going to be coming out, and I'm going to be doing some interviews with some people, kind of talking about their story, their coping mechanisms. And it's really trying to defeat stigmas with it. So I think that's going to be quite cool to get into. I'm really looking forward to that. And then there's a few other bits on the channel. I've been very busy playing Fortnite. And,
the Thanos stuff.
Thanos stuff
encapsulated everyone, really.
And it really did, and it ended today.
Coming from that doesn't own a console and doesn't play games online, I played like half a game.
Literally, it was quite something. So I kind of got lost in that. I didn't ever get to play as Thanos, and now it's come to an end.
Yeah, it's disappointing, but honestly, it's touch and go as to like who you're going against, what weapons they have, how much health they have.
Exactly.
Very dependent on that.
It is very dependent on it, and Jamal, OG Titan, did quite a bit as Thanos. He got recorded quite a few times.
He unfortunately forgot to save a few of his clips.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Well, there might be a video coming from OG Titan.
Yeah.
We hope so.
Soon, hopefully.
Yeah. Good friend of the channel, and also we're in the works to do some stuff with him, because I think he's going to make a Fortnite player out of me now. I mean, when I was playing last night, what I will really call my final game, because I had 3 games when I got home, and I don't really count that because that's like when I should be sleeping, and it's just not really a thing. I still did quite well in them. Literally, I think I still got top 20 in both of them. But the last one I did at Jamal's, OG,
that was actually just
a filthy kills.
Yeah, you came in, what, 3rd or something?
Yeah.
Oh, that was just unfortunate as hell.
Thanos got me. So we've been away. We're sorry. And also, we want to draw attention to the beautiful Silver over here, new to the set. We told you it was coming.
Also, just want to point out that little OG.
Yeah, found that. That is from my childhood.
I found that in his cupboard like an hour ago.
Yeah, so we were like, yep, that's got to go on. But if you haven't seen the unboxing video for Silver yet, please check it out. You're also in it.
Yeah.
You're in this one.
Yeah.
You're not in many of the video stuff, you're only over in the podcast video stuff. Jesus, we're going to do a vlog. We're doing a vlog. So we'll jump into my favourite segment of the podcast as always. It's the news that will change our life. Let's get right into it. Infinity War has passed 1.6 billion. Yeah,
that's just ridiculous. That was my phone going off. My bad. I have to silence it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm questioning whether it will hit that 2 billion mark now, because I feel like it may have burnt out slightly in the sense that everyone who wanted to see it has seen it.
Maybe. I think it got that high because the majority, the big fans, the ones that were amazed by it and could afford to, went and saw it loads of times. Like you actually bought a Cineworld ticket just to see it multiple times.
I did. Bear in mind, Deadpool 2 is coming out, Solo's coming out, Aquaman's coming out, Ant-Man and the Wasp.
I mean, you might as well watch Venom if you got the ticket.
I'm going to see Venom. I'm hating on it, but yeah, I'm going to go see it.
Yeah.
Infinity War is the highest grossing superhero movie of all time.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me either, really.
Yeah. Next record.
Yeah.
Record opening in China. Biggest opening weekend ever in China.
Yeah.
I mean, what can't well, as I just said, I don't think it can hit 2 billion. The way it still may do. Of course it can, but I just don't think it will. But this movie is just unstoppable.
Yeah, it really is. I'm quite surprised how I haven't seen as much merch around. But I thought I would have.
Yeah.
Actually, because this seemed like
there
one
are
of those
t-shirts.
films. Yeah, there are t-shirts, but I mean, in terms of, I haven't seen sets of like kids' toys or Lego sets or anything like that.
See, there are Lego sets.
I know they're obviously in the works. But
And the Lego sets are out.
Oh, are they?
Yeah, the Lego sets are out, but the Lego sets are have a lot of stuff that's very different from the movie.
Yeah, they usually come
as
out
they often
beforehand
do.
and spoil little bits anyway.
They did spoil kind of little bits, but also like the demon that gets summoned. There's a demon that gets summoned at some point. I can't remember where it's from. It's something to do with Doctor Strange, and it doesn't happen in the movie, obviously, but it happens. They've got it in the Lego.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, okay. And in one of the descriptions for Lego, it says that Peter Parker's living with Doctor Strange. His room at Doctor Strange's. Exactly, because that's not a thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, Infinity War is doing very well. But what you were saying on the merch as well, I went to HMV, which is a British like music DVD. Well,
Yeah,
not
there's
DVDs,
there's not many of them around.
Yeah, they kind of almost went into administration, but it's over here in the UK, and they often actually do have quite nice nerd merch.
Yeah.
Well,
I was just wondering if I wanted to say it on camera, if I help, put out the one in Harrow out of business.
oh god, yeah,
We'll gloss over that.
we'll gloss over that. But yeah, so but I went there and they often have quite a wide selection of nerd merch and nerd merch
Yeah.
t-shirts. I really wasn't that impressed with the Infinity War stuff. Like there was one I was considering getting because it had the Iron Spider on it, but even then I was like no. And like I don't know, they seem very kind of generic ones, and it's just like Marvel, let me do it.
Yeah.
Let me design your clothing. Just give me all the pictures, I'll get it sorted. But yeah, so there is merch out there, but it's not been as big. Superman, 1979 actress Margot Kidder, aka Lois Lane, has died at the age of 69.
Yeah, quite disappointing actually. I really liked the original Supermans. I think that was the first superhero films I ever saw.
Oh, fair enough.
Yeah, I mean I watched them really quite young. Obviously they did come out quite a long time before I was born, so...
Can we class Flash Gordon as a superhero movie?
I mean, like, I suppose.
First superhero movie I saw. But no, it is sad. Obviously now Lois and Clark
Yeah.
are both together at peace, and we pass our condolences on to family, friends. Not that you hear us in our small corner, but yeah, tragic loss to the world really. And they are really iconic films. Nothing but tragedy befalls people on this film. But then in more Infinity War news, the Russo brothers have come out and confirmed that certain off-screen characters died in Infinity War and certain ones didn't, and some are spoilers if they tell us.
Yeah, they've only released 3 deaths and 3 alive.
Indeed they have. So now all of the alive ones, all of the dead ones are from the Thor universe. So Jane Foster, Natalie Portman's character, is dead, which is not surprising because she's slagged off Marvel.
Yeah, she slagged off Marvel and there's no longer part of it.
Yeah, literally. Yeah. Matt Damon's portrayal of Loki, the actor who...
That was fantastic, by the way.
Was fantastic.
I'll tell you what was interesting about that scene. Liam Hemsworth playing Thor, didn't realise it was Liam Hemsworth. It was the one time they made him not look like Chris Hemsworth.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like one time, and it was just like I didn't notice it straight away.
It's true.
I was quite confused.
And also, Lady Sif is gone, which I mean, we knew she wasn't coming back. What was she going to come back to after Asgard was destroyed? Because she wasn't in it. So, and then the confirmed off-screen deaths. That was there. Sorry, and alive are Aunt May, Nakia from Black Panther, and Howard the Duck. Good old Howard.
Yeah. Is he actually going to be in like this?
Anything?
Yeah,
Probably not.
because like, how funny would it be if there's just like the big scene of like everyone coming together to fight him at the end, and it's just Howard the Duck.
Well, fighting Thanos.
Yeah.
Please do pull a Squirrel Girl.
Right.
Brilliant.
It would be fantastic just to see him fighting alongside the actual Avengers, even if it's just a joke, you know.
Literally, yeah. I'm up for that. You know, write the script, Marvel. Let's get it done. But yeah, that was the news that will change your life.
Yeah.
I hope you enjoyed it this week. We strive to bring you the very best news from across the land of nerdom. But to be honest, Infinity War is dominating all news at the moment. There's sort of Infinity War in there, that's why.
From what I've seen as well, it's actually been mainly just about it.
Yeah.
I think more like other than the last, well, I suppose 5 days, we've had like the TV shows being axed and renewed and stuff.
Yes, which is actually the first thing we're going to talk about this week. So it was actually this week that the studios came out and cancelled a fair few shows. Certain shows got renewed, but for their last season.
Yeah.
I think we'll talk about the big one first that everyone kind of went nuts about and thankfully has been saved is Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
Yeah, when that was cancelled, I think a little part of me just died inside. I mean,
You were dead to the world that day, G.
I watch this show every time it's on. You know what I mean? So I've come, well, I suppose it's probably one of my favourites at the moment.
It's fantastic.
Yeah, it annoyed me because it's one of those shows where even if the company doesn't have faith in it, clearly the fans do. The fans do.
Yeah, I mean, it gets the numbers, and for me, it's one of those shows that I can watch without having to pay too much attention to it.
I will have a little tidbit. So Brooklyn Nine-Nine, the subreddit, gained 10,000 new followers because of the whole renew it.
Jesus.
10,000 new people frequenting that subreddit. Like, that's a lot.
Jesus. I mean, it's such a great show. I would say Captain Holt is my favourite character.
Yeah.
Or Gina.
Yeah. I like Gina. She's kind of been pushed back in the... Like, she's not really forefront anymore. Which I understand. She's got other stuff going on. She's got a kid now, you know?
Yeah, and her career's really blown up. I mean, she's a stand-up comedian, isn't she? And
she's actually really funny as well.
So, yeah, but then...
Genuinely funny.
Yeah. And then from there, we've had... It was dropped by CBC? Not BC. CBS, sorry. CBS.
Yeah, because it was a Fox show. That, it airs on Fox in the UK. I think it's still part of Fox somehow.
Yeah.
In America. But, it got cancelled by them and everyone sort of went nuts. And then, I think... almost immediately NBC, because I don't know if you know this, it was originally pitched by NBC.
I didn't know that.
It was pitched to them and they basically said, we love the show but we're not sure about how well it can do and we don't want to put all the money into it if it's not going to pan out.
Yeah.
So we're going to pass on it. So I'm pretty sure there may have been a first rights refusal type thing.
Yeah,
so
essentially.
They get first chance and if they still say no, then it gets passed on to someone else.
So yeah, and NBC have now picked it up. And the Terry Crews has actually said that Mark Hamill was a massive influence in it getting renewed.
Yeah, I think he
was quite vocal on Twitter.
Yeah, he was one of the biggest celebrities to talk about it, saying this show needs to stay around, you know?
Yeah.
So that obviously did a lot of help.
Definitely, I'm really glad to hear it's back. And then we had two shows that both of which we thought were on the brink of cancellation.
Yeah.
That have all been renewed for their last season that will not be the full 22 episode length that we are used to. And that is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Is that confirmed for both of them?
That is confirmed for both of them.
I didn't know if that was confirmed.
Yeah, it is confirmed. So Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Gotham will not be getting their full 22 episodes.
So there'll be a possibly 12, 13 episode seasons or something like that.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., they needed that because the issues they ran into with Ghost Rider, where it's like we don't have the budget to do to keep him in for the rest of the season, so we're putting him out. They needed to just... But a lot of people were saying to me, it's still one of the best like comic book TV shows on TV, but...
Yeah.
I dropped out last season in season 4, so I can't really say where it's at now. But
yeah, you'd have to catch up and see how it changes.
It was a strange show for me as well because it's one of those ones I tried to get you to watch it, didn't I, when it first came out, and I understand why you didn't go on it because season 1 is terrible until the Winter Soldier stuff happens.
Similar to Gotham and like the Monster of the Week stuff.
Literally. And it finds its footing at the end of the season and then it really goes off and then it lost me again.
Yeah.
And Gotham is another one of those for me. In the sense that it kind of loses me and it brings me back.
Yeah. I understand that completely because the main things that you want to see in Gotham, I'm not going to lie, is Cameron Monaghan as Jerome, and recently, for anyone that hasn't got up spoilers, he's twin brother, Jeremiah.
Can we just call him by his real name, please?
No, we can't. And I think you know why we can't. I was going to get to that, Jack.
It's not fucking Voldemort. Joker.
Yeah.
He is the Joker.
Yeah. Obviously, I think it's only literally came to me last few days. Now, Fox had a terrible schedule with Gotham. They was just pushing it around, moving its dates, giving it weeks, months without episodes.
Yeah.
Putting 3 episodes in like consecutive weeks, and then months away again. Now, if there's other stuff, sporting events going on, whatever, kind of understand that, but it's kind of a big slap in the face to the main fan base who are watching it all the time. It only occurred to me that could it have been them trying to sabotage it to get it cancelled because they've got Warner Brothers breathing down their backs about their characters being used?
It could be that. It could also be a factor that they know not to continue it after the next season because Disney will own it and Disney will not put out a DC product.
Yeah.
And I don't think Disney would even be allowed. Well, I don't know, because Marvel and DC, does that not count as a monopoly over that market?
Maybe. I mean, I suppose if they were to release it, a DC show, they'd only be able to release it. They wouldn't be able to make it.
I see,
You know what I mean?
maybe.
So it might be a case of they'd have to work in conjunction with a company that is owned by DC.
Okay.
But that is really interesting, actually. I would like to read into that and see how that would work.
Yeah.
But Gotham is a bit... It's getting crazy. It really is getting crazy, and I'm a little bit sad that it isn't renewed for a whole new season, because the arc that they had going, I could have seen that working over a whole season with like the whole... I don't know if you know where it's going. There's bombs and explosions, and the city's going to be in ruins and stuff. So
Okay.
yeah, it's going to be quite bad.
See, I see one end for Gotham when it finishes next season, and it will be exactly as Smallville did.
The cowl and
The cowl and the cape, and then
on the
cut
edge of
to
the
black.
building as he jumps.
Yeah, literally something like that.
Yeah.
But it's a shame because of the way they've done it, I still don't think Bruce is ready to be Batman. And I'm not as caught up as you, but he's not
Okay. He's
adult enough yet. He doesn't look like an adult
He
yet.
doesn't look it, but if you picture him, well, if you put him next to people like Penguin, Riddler, Barbara, people like that, even Raish, he does still look like a kid. But you put him next to Cameron Monaghan, and they both look the same, roughly the same age. Like there's at most a 5-year difference between them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it kind of, you get that
But
dynamic between them.
Then it needs either a time jump, which you wouldn't be happy with because of the recasting
No,
of Jeremiah,
Yeah.
or it needs a few more years to kind of flesh out and build the character more.
It's a shame, because I think they originally said they wanted to go for about 9 seasons.
Yeah.
I think that was the original plan. They wanted to show the whole evolution of Bruce, but they've had to speed things up a bit, which he hasn't gone off for training anywhere, but he has trained for years with Alfred at this point.
Yeah.
So he has a complete understanding of the SAS style of movement.
And he's killed Raish now.
Yeah,
which
yeah,
is a
exactly.
Bit mad.
Yeah. I don't know how far you're caught up, but...
Is he back again?
Yeah.
Well, he's got to be.
Lazarus Pit.
Yeah, Lazarus Pit. The ultimate MacGuffin.
Yeah.
What's that, Infinity Gauntlet? What?
Yeah.
No, Lazarus Pit does the job. And The Big Bang Theory has been renewed.
Yeah.
That show is trash,
Obviously.
but I'm still watching.
Yeah, I am still watching. Just
It's
because,
closure. Literally, that's all it is at this point. I want to get to that final episode, and it'll be like...
Surprisingly enough, I don't know if you saw the latest one.
No, I haven't started.
Hamill's in it. Mark Hamill.
Okay, that gives me some hope.
Yeah, it's a very sort of minor role, but it works. You know what I mean? He's not being overly himself, if you know what I mean.
Is he Hamill?
Yeah, he's Hamill. He's Mark Hamill as Mark Hamill.
Okay.
But like it's not like, oh, I'm a big shot. You know what I mean? Like,
Okay,
it's just standard. Like, they treat him as though he's just like an extra for like a day. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Someone to like move the plot along.
Okay, fair play.
Do stuff like that.
Yeah, about time really. I mean, you've had Leonard Nimoy on there.
Yeah, exactly.
You have
Yeah.
a thingy, you know. And then also Young Sheldon got renewed.
Yeah, I watched the first episode of that, and I sort of went, okay, it's a decent show, like, but the point is, I don't really care about
Literally,
Sheldon.
that's it.
And that's probably going to upset a few people that watch the show, but really don't care, because I know that he's a pain. We've been described how his childhood was. We don't need an entire, like, Goldberg, you know, the Goldbergs, like, series where we see him growing up and like going through all that stuff. It doesn't need to be.
Exactly. But you know, Chuck Lorre.
Yeah, money making machine, and
He really is. I mean, he has created some great shows.
Yeah.
But they've all kind of gone downhill.
Yeah, he has created a few flops. So.
Yeah, very true. And then in terms of cancellation, Lucifer, Last Man on Earth,
That pissed me off. Last Man on Earth.
Inhumans, The Middle, and X-Files have all been cancelled.
Yeah.
I mean, X-Files only just came back.
Yeah, that only came back for it came back a couple of years ago for season 10, I believe, and then it just finished season 11. Now, I watched all the episodes. I'm a massive X-Files fan. Watched that as a kid, like scared the hell out of me for one episode, and then got hooked on it. I decided to watch it again when I knew it was coming back. Season 10, quite good. I really liked that. Kept with like the mythology, sort of furthered the plots again, changed up the whole idea that they had of like alien invasion happening in 2012, because obviously cancelled before then, went past then, gets renewed. You know what I mean? They had to change it a little bit. But the last episode, well, the actual whole season was a bit iffy, and apparently they aired the episodes out of order from originally written. So someone came up with a more cohesive list. If you don't watch these 2 episodes like at all, that are really pants, and then watch the others in a different order, then the whole season makes more sense.
Oh, okay.
So I did. I've been meaning to do that actually, but I haven't got around to it yet. But the actual last episode was just terrible.
Fair enough. Take off the air.
The 2 characters that have been sort of like on and off again the whole time, and then like they're together this season, but like I don't know, they just ended it weirdly. It didn't feel like fan service, you know.
I get what you mean. I do.
I think they tried to do that, but it didn't work.
See, I think that's a trap that a lot of these shows are falling into now. What else have we got? Lucifer. Let's talk about Lucifer quickly, because that's quite a following.
Yeah, I haven't actually watched Lucifer.
I haven't myself either.
I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, I've heard a lot of people are really upset about this.
Anyone that watches Lucifer, like that comments on this or watches this, let us know what it's about.
Yeah, do you know what? Since it's only 3 seasons, I feel like I could probably manage that quite easily. I'd probably give it a go.
A few things did get cancelled for me recently, so
yeah, go for it.
Last Man on Earth being one of them, which really annoyed me because Okay, so it starts off with one guy. He thinks he's the last man on Earth. He slowly meets more people. He's a really annoying character, but they're all sort of annoying in their own ways because, let's face it, they've been alone, other than seeing 1 or 2 people maybe that then die, for years, like travelling through the whole of the United States, like trying to find people. Like the main character, it starts with him in his home of Tucson, and it just has, every now and then he like leaves, goes somewhere like really far away and paints alive in Tucson. Like on billboards, you know what I mean? So if there's anyone alive to head to that like state or whatever, really quite a smart idea. But the last season, there's many people have come and gone, died. They've tried to like learn how to fly and like get on boats, you know what I mean? Stuff like that. Very last season, last episode, you find out there's a new sort of community, like somewhere they've been living in a bunker like in the desert, and there's like a big herd of goats, and then like they go to the goats and steal the goats and then come back to that place because they think putting more goats and like other stuff. You can live here,
goats,
rather than just like find somewhere cool to live, get bored of it, move somewhere else.
Yeah,
you know, same problems. Like live in a place where there's like a lake, trees and stuff. All these humans like surround them essentially. They're not armed, but they're in like gas masks and all black with like clothes and stuff. Ends.
Oh shit! And that's done. That's kind of weak.
So, in all honesty, it would make sense that they could it could have been a logical ending point because they're no longer the last people on Earth.
Yeah,
there's more people there. However, it felt like it was one of those things where, if they would have continued, it would have been all of those people would have been like, oh my god, there's other people, they're taking off their masks, then got the virus and died.
I get you, okay.
Back to being the last group of people on Earth, you know?
Yeah, it's annoying when shows do that. You don't get that final closure on it. I've been recommended it by a few people. It's something I was intending to get around to. And again, now it's finished, maybe I will.
Yeah.
What, 2 seasons? 3 seasons?
Actually, that was the 4th.
Okay, 4. Yeah, so 4's not too bad to get to.
I'm not going to lie, if you're going to watch it, you're going to have to binge.
Okay.
Because if you, like, let me put it this way, I was waiting week for week and it was getting annoying because not a lot would happen in the episode.
But on the grand scheme.
Yeah, things like, it's how they have slow burning stuff, so you get something that gets mentioned and it's like mentioned again in the next episode and then it's like a main point for the third one.
Oh, I see, okay.
Kind of like that.
Inhumans has been cancelled, but let's be honest, Inhumans was a limited series.
Yeah.
It sucked.
Yeah.
It was never going to be more than 1 season.
I didn't hear of anyone that really liked it. I think we had Michael.
Did Michael like it?
I think Michael's. I think he watched.
Big shout out to D.A. Hale.
Yeah, I think
Melted Minds.
I think it was him.
Enoch.
Yeah. I think he said he
Box
watched.
Sounds.
He watched. I think he watched some of it. and then he said it was alright, and then just sort of stopped watching.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah, I think a lot of people did that.
I think he said this was a couple of years ago. I think 2 years ago. How long has it been out for? 2-3 years.
Yeah, something like that.
About 3 seasons or something.
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
What, Inhumans?
Yeah.
No, it's only one season.
Oh, it's only one season.
Yeah, it's only been one season.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, it must have been
Terrible.
about 6 months ago then.
It was on ABC.
Yeah, I think he said something about it and said it was alright, but he couldn't get
I'll
into
be
it.
honest, I haven't even watched the pilot.
No, I haven't.
I just heard it was that bad.
Yeah.
But apparently Runaways is quite good, the new one that they've started, so I do want to watch that. And last but not least, The Middle has been cancelled, which has been going for a long time.
Yeah.
It has a really big fan base, but I haven't been watching it in recent time. I did watch it when it was on Comedy Central.
When it came out, I was intrigued by it.
Because the janitor from Scrubs.
I initially thought, oh, it's going to be a rip-off of Malcolm in the Middle. Let me watch it. And in some ways it is, but in other ways it really isn't. I mean, obviously it has the whole smart child aspect, except he's the youngest instead of being the middle, you know what I mean? So
Yeah.
it's a bit weird that it's called The Middle when he's kind of the main character.
I get that, I
don't know. It's a bit strange.
Well, yeah, I think that's, we'll leave it off on that one. So that's all the TV show cancellations.
Yeah.
But what we're going to go on to now is something that came out today about the post-credit scene for Deadpool 2 that has been removed. Now, this is a bit controversial.
Yeah.
To say the least. Now, this has been removed from the film.
This debate has been controversial, you know what I mean, for a very long time, just in general.
It has.
You know?
Yeah, it's how do we approach this? Okay, so in Deadpool 2,
just come out and say it.
there's a post-credit scene that's been removed from the movie, in which Deadpool uses Cable's time machine device thing and decides he's going to go back in time and save the world. And he goes back in history to a hospital where he finds a baby Adolf Hitler, and then from the baby's point of view, you see him get the Hitler get choked to death by Deadpool.
I would love to see that on the DVD or like Blu-ray or whatever.
It's gonna get out. There's no way in hell it's not getting out.
I would love it if the reason that he knows it's Hitler is because he just already has the Hitler tash. Could you imagine that? Just the reason why he knows it's Hitler. Oh, there he is. And then it's just he's got the freaking Hitler tash.
But yeah, it's been removed.
Now, just in general, like I've said, that debate is like, if you could, would you go back in time and kill baby Hitler? And most people would be like, well, yeah, what he grows up to like become? And it's like, yeah, but he hasn't done anything at that point. He's a baby. It could have been events that shaped him. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I don't understand why that scene had have been pulled.
I do, and I understand why it's done because it's killing a baby.
Yeah,
on screen.
Yeah. Even if you don't see the baby being killed, you're seeing it from the kid's perspective. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So that's kind of messed up.
But, and this is kind of a channel, the stance I take on the channel. This is the political statement of the channel. If you give any sort of like racism, sexism, gentrification, ageism,
Yeah.
anything like that, if you give it a platform to speak, it has room to breathe.
Yeah.
So I'm very much on the side of if free speech and all that. But if your speech is hate speech, designed to hurt other people,
Yeah.
you're not entitled to that.
Yeah.
Hitler is pretty much like the main guy for doing that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
For being that guy who does spout these things. And as I said, I understand that it is a baby being killed on screen. However, if we can allow a movie in which a prison full of people are sewed together arse to mouth,
Yeah.
can we not see a baby die on screen? I mean, it's almost. I can't say it's poor taste.
Yeah. It is,
but
it's a slightly different context because like
the situation.
The Human Centipede film was like designed to be like grotesque and like make you
yes.
Like
and
I can't believe I'm seeing this. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And in a way, I suppose that is Deadpool. in a way, but like the way he's been portrayed on screen is different to like the comics, if you know what I mean.
To a degree, yeah.
Like it's basically the same, but there's like subtle differences, you know.
I mean, they've definitely broken boundaries of what you can get away with in movies.
Oh yeah, 100%.
But maybe this was a step too far.
I think
I can completely understand it being pulled.
it would have been interesting if it wasn't pulled. Would it have been pulled for Germany? Because their whole stance is they don't really like any portrayals of Nazi imagery in Germany.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know if you're aware of the whole Inglourious Bastards.
No.
When that had a big like Nazi.
Oh yeah.
With, you know, with the eagle and stuff, and yeah, that was actually edited for Germany, so it didn't show that. It didn't have like any swastikas or anything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I imagine a lot of media does that. I mean, some of them, I suppose, I'm not really sure about the Call of Duty franchise. I mean, it'd be kind of hard to, wouldn't it? Obviously, the games wouldn't get edited in any way in Germany, I don't think.
Yeah.
Because it's really too difficult to do that for just Germany, you know what I mean? Other regions would leak in, so it'd be pointless. But I'm pretty sure the artwork isn't allowed to feature swastikas or anything Nazi related.
Okay.
So it would have been interesting to see if that trailer would have been kept for Germany, but
yeah, I imagine that would have got pulled on that basis.
yeah.
But you know, it has been pulled everywhere. It will not be shown. It was found in the test screenings. I think they showed in test screenings, and people reacted to it terribly.
Fair.
So they got rid of it.
You see, it annoys me because those test screenings are usually executives from other companies and like people with like wealth, you know what I mean? People in the industry usually are the ones that get to go to test screenings. It's not very often you get just like, well, you can like get invited and stuff, but it's most likely going to be family of people in the industry, so they're going to react in a different way to like pure fans.
Do you know what? I do wonder though.
If we would have been in the test screen and we would have seen that, we would have probably been like, oh my god, and start laughing, you know what I mean? Like, this is disgusting, but I can't stop laughing. Like, that's hilarious, you know?
Exactly. I do have to wonder if, you know, it's kind of bad that we have to say this, that we have to even like go into this maybe being a possibility. But if it's the executives that have done it, it could very well be because of the rise of Nazism again in America.
Yeah, it could be actually, yeah.
And how many people would draw offence to it.
Yeah,
and
could be.
I'm sorry, but that is pandering to it.
Yeah.
Like, I really hope that isn't the case. I really hope this agenda is not picking up enough people for this to happen. Don't get me wrong, I do think this is in poor taste. I don't think it should be shown.
Yeah.
But if it's being cut for that reason, then fucking shame on them, man.
Yeah.
Shame on them.
If it's just being cut because it's killing a baby, fair play.
Exactly, but if you're doing it specifically to appease the Nazi agenda,
fuck that.
you shake our heads, we're not impressed. But then, you know, it's fucked. We don't like you anymore. On to the DC streaming service. that right there, just...
Sorry.
No, don't apologise. It was beautiful. That was... I mean, it was a cry to the heavens. It was fantastic. Please pop out another one when you can. So DC have announced their own streaming service that will be having that has 4 announced titles at the moment.
Okay.
Which are Young Justice Season 3.
And this is just TV show.
Yes, at this moment. I think movies will be on it.
Yeah,
as well.
movies will be in the future, but so far it's just TV shows and nothing else, right?
They haven't specified.
Oh, okay.
So, because you're going to get the DCU on there.
Yeah,
You've got to.
Oh, yeah, of course. Eventually it will have to.
Yeah. But at the moment, they've announced Young Justice Season 3, the live-action Titan series,
okay,
and an adult-themed Harley Quinn animated series with Margot Robbie returning to voice Harley.
Okay. That's interesting. I think we spoke about this possibility of the series a few weeks ago. I don't know if it was on the podcast or not. It might have just been in passing, but I'm not 100% if she's a strong enough character to lead her own series. If they're going with the whole, what's the team she builds?
Birds of the Gotham City Sirens.
Yeah, that's the one.
Not Birds of Prey.
Yeah, that's the one. Gotham City Sirens.
These guys.
Yeah. If they're going with that as the main basis behind it, then yeah, because she's going to have a supporting cast around her, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then it will work. But I feel like if it's just her and they don't have proper, like, if they don't have other actual villains and like heroes in it, I feel like it could fall flat quite quickly.
Yeah.
I feel like it needs to be focused on her and have fleeting appearances with Joker by her side.
Yeah.
Going off and doing his own thing occasionally, but always like coming to see her and talking to her. And
I'd like it to be
their storylines, but they'd have to be, if he's brought into it, then Batman has to be somewhere behind the
exactly.
next few turns, you know.
I'd like it if they did a thing where Joker and her split up, if they go down that route, and she's trying to do her own thing.
Yeah.
So I think that's when she actually, as much as I love her as Joker's, sidekick, because that's kind of what defines the character.
Yeah.
She's really interesting when she starts going off and doing her own stuff. She really builds into her own character.
Yeah, exactly. That.
And to us, you saw that in Suicide Squad. People don't like Suicide Squad. It's not a good movie. I enjoyed it though because the character work was there.
Yeah, no, I understand that.
Harley was Harley.
Yeah.
From the comics, and she did it really well. And I think Margot Robbie reprising that as well. I think that's going to be an interesting one. It's definitely something that's piqued my interest, and I'll definitely be watching it.
I'm not sure I'd stick with it. I'd check it out, and if it doesn't quite catch my attention, I might not continue.
Yeah, obviously I'll judge it on the first few episodes. And the last one is James Wan's Swamp Thing.
Oh, okay.
Which will be quite interesting to see. I believe it is animated.
Yeah, I imagine.
I want to talk a bit about Titans and those awful set photos that we got. I mean, did you see those?
No, I haven't.
I mean, Starfire looks like a hooker.
Oh god.
And
That's not good.
Beast Boy and Raven ain't looking too much better. It doesn't look good, but then we can't judge it until we've seen it. But it has waned a bit of my interest on it.
Yeah.
And Young Justice season 3, I wanted that years ago when I watched it.
See, I never got into Young Justice.
It was good.
See,
season 2 more than season 1.
What year did it come out?
I really can't remember for the life of me.
Okay, I thought you might know it off the bat. That
I wish. As I always say, we don't bring you things.
Yeah, there was a period in my life where I just didn't watch TV enough.
I get you.
I couldn't.
Other things.
Yeah, it was just I was just doing too much other stuff to get into TV.
I get you. I mean, I have to ask the question with this streaming service. Who's this aimed at?
Yeah, I was literally thinking that. I was thinking, is this for die-hard DC fanboys? Is this for like...
That's all I can see it being for.
Is this ain't going to be aimed at kids? Is it going to be aimed at... are they going to do a load of adult-style stuff? Like properly? Because they've mentioned the...
I think Smallville is going to be on there.
Okay, that would be interesting.
The Adventures of Lois and Clark.
Oh, okay.
Things like that.
It would be really cool if they did manage to get rights for all of the back catalogue for every DC
animated movie.
Not only animated movie, live action, TV series, just everything. You know what I mean? Even if it's not on there.
That's the thing. It's not a Warner Brothers streaming service, so I don't know how that will work. But I'm pretty sure all the animated films will be able to get on there.
Most likely.
And that's where the magic lies with DC.
I imagine if they did do a DC streaming service, they might do something along the lines of. I think it's Amazon Prime, where like you have free stuff, and then you can have like the option to pay to then keep that stuff. If you know what I mean.
I see what you mean. Okay. I have it and I don't use it.
Yeah, I know a lot of people that have it, but they don't say it's that good. So.
Well, I used to have it before I had Netflix, and then I stopped my Amazon Prime because it was back when you had to pay £90 a year.
Yeah.
And I was just like, I can't be bothered because I wasn't using it enough for that. But then I've actually got it back again the past 2 months because now you can do it monthly and it's much easier to just do, I think it's like £10 a month, something like that. And I've started actually ordering more off Amazon again as a result. But I'm only really using it for the benefits of the next day delivery. I haven't logged back into the streaming service. I used to use it all the time. Now I have Netflix and me with the way I watch shows, as you very well know, I watch How I Met Your Mother from beginning to end. Then I'll watch another show, then I'll watch How I Met Your Mother from beginning to end because I based my life on
You know what it's like with me though as well. That's what I do with The Simpsons, but from season 1 to season 29.
Yeah, you actually have a much more difficult show, particularly seeing as I would say the quality.
Yeah, very different. Like first season was almost unwatchable.
What, Simpsons?
Yeah. Not in terms of storyline, just animation.
Animation.
It's so hard. Like seeing the head will turn left, but the jaw will be on the right side still
Oh,
in some of the early
yeah.
episodes, you know, where it's like they're trying to do a pan shot, but they've mistimed the top and bottom halves by like a frame. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't know. This DC streaming service is going to be very touch and go. I mean, it would be great if they did manage to get the movies on, like, say, £5 for one of the old movies per movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like
Pay that and then you've got that.
Adam West Batman, I'm sure would be on there.
Oh yeah, that series should definitely be on there. If it isn't, that'd be a very big shame.
But they are keeping very quiet about something.
Yeah.
The CW shows.
Yeah.
They haven't mentioned the Arrowverse.
I don't think they will be on there because of them being tied to networks. However, when the syndication for them is over and they are cancelled or wrapped up or whatever, I could see them being either the rights reverting back to them or having a sort of shared thing. Okay, you've got the show and you can have those syndication rights for X amount of years, and then when that hits, it reverts back to us.
Yeah.
That way we can have it on our streaming service in 10 years' time when it's like one of those cult classic shows, you know?
Yeah. I think it's going to be... I need to see what the content is. Because if we are talking about... Like, I was raised on The Adventures of Lois and Clark. My dad used to love it.
I used to watch that. I was watching that and the Xena and Hercules series like all the time.
And Smallville as well.
Yeah.
I was so in love with Smallville. I know it wasn't a great show, but it had a special place in my heart.
I saw a couple of episodes. I mean, oddly enough, I was flicking through the TV one day and I was watching one episode that came on. I thought I might as well leave it on. It was wrestling and it came.
Oh, I remember
I
that.
can't remember what character he played. I don't really remember. Was he a cloud type thing?
Kind of. It was.
If you know what I mean? Like,
Smallville defined villain of the week. I'm telling you now for a very long time.
Yeah.
But then it got to a point where if you got into the later seasons, you wouldn't be able to just jump in on an episode and see what's going on. But it was still at that point kind of villain of the week with back villains and things like that. They didn't really correct it in the same way that Gotham did. But I still enjoyed it.
Gotham had to sort of chop and change really quickly because they realised how poor they were doing, and they was like, we need to get out of this monster every week and go with a cohesive storyline. But they were building, because I think initially it was 8 episodes, then 16, and then bumped up to more. But
okay, well, yeah. So I'm gonna have a look at it when I love it. I mean, it really adds tone and character to the podcast.
And scary flavours.
Oh god. But yeah, I need to have a look at the content and then see how much it is a month, because I'm not paying £10 a month for this.
Yeah, no, I understand.
As it stands, if you're talking £5 a month, $7.99 maybe at a push. All right, cool.
Yeah.
I'm not going to pay flat out of £10 because I have Netflix that provides me with so much more than that.
I feel like it could go either way. I feel like DC would either be like, okay, we need to charge through the roof for this because we're going to have all the content on there like straight away.
They won't have it all straight away. Though, that's the thing.
Yeah, but they might have enough to be like, okay, it's worth a £10 a month.
There's nothing to pull me at the moment. Look at DC's streaming service. We know we're getting a Star Wars live-action TV series created by Jon Favreau at launch.
Okay.
Charge £20 a month. I'm paying for that. I don't care.
Yeah.
And then they're going to have Marvel exclusives on there as well. That's how you get people enticed.
You said DC. I think you meant Disney.
Oh, sorry, Disney. When Disney released theirs, that's all going to be a part of it, and it's like, well, that's enough incentive for me to go straight away, sign up, and get on those shows.
Yeah.
But one last thing I want you to talk about, one last topic that we actually forgot to jot down that I always talk about, but we spoke about it yesterday. Comcast has made a move to stop the Disney-Fox deal of $60 billion in cash.
Yeah, I don't think that'll happen.
I don't think it's going to happen either. And I don't think we're really going to talk about this. We're not going to go into massive detail about this.
No.
But I just wanted to kind of clarify, because there are a lot of people on the internet who are freaking out about this, because everyone wants the X-Men in the MCU. While Comcast may be making this move, they're making it because they want Sky. It has been reported that Disney and Fox are open to continuing the deal without Sky if needs be.
Okay.
But apparently they are still going forward with the deal with Disney as it stands. The rights to the X-Men and the Fantastic Four are not transferable between studios, meaning if Comcast Universal is to purchase Fox, they do not have the rights to any of those Marvel characters. However, it will take longer for those Marvel characters to appear in the MCU.
Yeah, okay.
But they're not gone. Don't worry, guys. They're coming.
That's interesting. That really is.
It is. Wow. Now we just have to worry about whether Spider-Man's here after everything's said and done.
Yeah.
Because I had my skepticism about whether he's going to be here after the next Spider-Man
movie.
movie.
It's weird, isn't it? It really is.
Things are changing, people.
Yeah.
The Infinity War has done things.
Yeah, the MCU is like evolving rapidly.
It is. It's not what it was, and I think we're about to go into the multiverse. So.
Well, that would be interesting. I don't think they'll do that quite yet, though.
Oh no!
It's been touched upon.
They're confirmed to be going into it in Ant-Man and the Wasp.
Jesus.
Which we are going to talk about on a later podcast. I think we'll get a bit closer to release because we're going to get till fucking August. That's right, the UK gets it a month after everyone else because of the World Cup. We don't give a shit.
If
you need to understand.
England's on, like, I'll record that and then do this the whole day. La 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 la.
Literally, like
fingers in ears.
I think they're not realising that nerds and people who enjoy sports are a genre that doesn't really cross over that much.
I mean, it's like a Venn diagram where there's like.
Yeah, there's a little P in the middle.
Yeah, a little P in the middle.
And there's like 2 grapefruits on each side.
Yeah.
No, grapefruits are too small watermelons.
Yeah. But
hugeness.
Like, I am into football, however, I don't have enough faith that England will do well enough so that.
If you're English, you don't care about how England are going to do in this. We're awful. We've got like all these players that pay stupid amounts of millions.
We always have potential, but what you got to look at from most of the other like teams that do well is they have a core of players. Like they'll have a core spine that plays for one team.
Yeah.
Or wingers.
Yeah.
From either side that are on the same team. You know what I mean? So they have some cohesive way of figuring out how to connect with people. England doesn't do that.
No.
I mean, if Oxlade-Chamberlain would have been there, and because he got injured not that long ago for Liverpool, shame. He would have been there. Walcott would have been selected with Wilshere. That means you've got 3 players that used to play for Arsenal, who are now all at different teams and can connect with other players.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like
it's just a shame Arsenal are bad, though. Isn't it?
Yeah, it really is at the moment.
Although I can't talk as a Chelsea fan. You know, maybe this is something we should do. Actually, maybe we should do like a Premier League roundup after it's all done.
Yeah.
World Cups.
Well, no, it's all done now.
Is it all done now?
Yeah.
So City have won.
Yeah, they won on 100 points, the most amount of points that anyone has won the Premier League on, which is 10 more that Arsenal had when they went undefeated.
Okay, do you know what?
Apples and pears, isn't it?
Okay.
Because they didn't go undefeated, but they did get more points, so it's like...
Yeah.
You know?
Okay, here's what we're going to do. As a topic, we'll do who are Chelsea and Arsenal's replacement managers going to be.
Yeah.
Because that could be a cool one for the summer.
Yeah.
I mean, this isn't a sports channel, and it kind of defeats the point we're making, but yeah.
Yeah.
Why not? If you're interested, give it a watch.
I mean, you can be interested, but those things aren't going to clash. And if you're an England fan, you'll go, I'll just watch Ant-Man tomorrow.
Yeah.
Because we're going to get knocked out anyway.
It's still going to make the money. It's a Marvel film.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah.
Could have given us it a month early, really, couldn't we?
Yeah, exactly. My God, how rude are these people? Feige, sort of that. But we're going to leave it there. This has been podcast 13. I'm losing count, G.
Yeah, so am I.
I think it's 13.
We'll put a pin in that.
We'll put a pin in that. I think it's 13. Might be 14. It's definitely not 12. But we'll find out. You'll find out when you watch this on YouTube. Like always, please make sure to like, share with your friends who may want to listen to some idiots for an hour, and subscribe to get every bit of content we put up as soon as we put it up. Hit that little bell and you'll get notified as soon as you put it up. Ding ding ding. Podcasts may not be weekly for a little while, but we're still going to
every 10 days or so.
Yeah, something like that. But we're still going to be putting out content. Just it takes a lot of effort to get all this done sometimes with the busy schedules of life. But I have been your host. I've coast again. I keep doing this. I have been your host, Calamity Hatcher, and as always,
I'm that guy, Gisef.
And that is what it takes to be infinite. Thanks for checking it out, and we'll catch you guys soon.